What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, first of all, I actually like the new opening credits. I think they're cool. Some people were saying that the character faces were moving a little too fast. I didn't mind it. It was cool. I like it. I do think they could have been a little more creative with it, but it's pretty cool. I think GH needed some new opening credits because I think we've had the old one since 2012, I want to say. So it was time for a new opening credit. Um, I don't know before I get tired of seeing this opening credit, but it was pretty decent. Um, so getting into this episode, I'm actually happy that Sam and Jason didn't tell Alexis everything about, the Hank situation, Shiloh, whatever. I'm glad they didn't give her too much detail about it. They were just beating around the bush with the answers. Because had Sam told Alexis, I'm pretty sure Alexis would have stormed over there and raised some hell. And they don't need that right now because they're trying to investigate Hank. So they don't need Alexis going over there causing no trouble. Um, it was cool watching Jason and Sam work on this together. Like them just sitting at the dining room table investigating this, creating a diagram and stuff like that, getting to the bottom of this. Because apparently Hank, his real name is David or whatever. Um, and he's the son of one of Sam's ex-husbands under her old alias. I mean, she never met him before, but the coincidence is just a little too damn much. Plus, they read his book, and it was just way too many coincidences. Like him knowing Drew from back in the day, him hanging around Christina Oscar, um, his website basically alludes to the fact that he grew up in wealth. Um, So it's just way too many coincidences for him not to be after Sam. Plus, remember when he first met Sam and Jason? He talked about aliases and stuff like that, new identity. And when he did it, he was looking at Sam when he did it. When he said that, he was looking at her. He's definitely after Sam, definitely. But I think he has another agenda too, other than Sam, and I think it has to do with Drew. Um, he definitely has some type of agenda. We just don't know yet. And I'm glad that Sam and Jason are investigating this because they're getting pretty close. They're figuring things out rather quickly. Like all in one day, they're figuring out some stuff. I'm like, wow. Because, that's what I can't stand about Christina. With parents like Sonny and Alexis, you would think she would be less naive. But this girl is way too naive. Like, just no wonder Alexis coddles her and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think Alexis coddled her a little bit too much when she was a child. Because Alexis shielded her for too much when she was a child because now it's like she don't know how to read people. She don't really know about the real world and how people work in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't understand that because I feel like she was just too sheltered. You know what I mean? Like Alexis babied her a little bit too much, without letting her get any life experience at an earlier age, which Alexis should have done. Not saying Alexis is a horrible parent or anything like that, but I mean, Alexis definitely should have let that girl live. I'm just saying, don't shelter her. Um, because like she just can't read people. You know what I mean? Like she's never suspicious of anything. Sam and Jason, whenever they talk to people for like they could be talking to you for literally 60 seconds and they automatically kind of get suspicious. They get suspicious based off of certain things that a person would say that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say something or slip up and say something suspicious, they're going to notice right away. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that keen sense that they got. Jason being in the mob and stuff like that, people like him and Sonny, they know how to read people, being in that business. And Sam knows how to read people being a private investigator. Plus, she was a con artist. You know what I'm saying? So you can't con a con. You know what I mean? Like you just can't because a con artist can see another con artist coming from a mile away because they were in that business too. So they get great at it. Not good at it, but a lot of them get great at it. And Sam definitely knew something was up with that cat, especially from the time Jason, gave her the heads up that he was the one, asking about Drew. So right then and there, her antenna went up, you know. Um, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this story. I think this is a pretty dope story. I wonder really what his agenda is, because clearly Hank's been living off a trust fund. Clearly, because like I said before, there's no way he's doing all this charitable stuff, having all these people live in a house rent free, a lot of them who can't pay. You're covering their bills plus the groceries, and you're doing all this charity stuff all on your dime. And he claimed he's a life coach. You don't pay for all of that by being a life coach. Life coach don't make that much money. Not unless you got books that's coming out too that's making millions of dollars. That's the only way you can afford to do that. Otherwise, there's no way. And he seems like he's kind of new to the whole life coach business, so there's no way you're making that much money. You're probably making a being new to the life coach business, you're making probably at least like 25 to 30K a year. So there's no way you can do all of this stuff on 25 to $30,000. No way. Absolutely not. So he definitely has some type of trust fund or some money stash somewhere to be doing all of this. I really want to know what the hell is his agenda. Like, is this some type of revenge he's trying to get? Like, what is this? It can't be to expose Sam because everybody already know about her past, so it can't be that. Well, most people who's lived in that town long enough know about her past. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, Ryan. Yeah, I love that scene. I love the banter between him and Scott Baldwin. Thank God Scott got there when he did, because there was no telling what Ryan was about to do. I love how when Ryan had the boxing glove in his hand and he was taking out the strings on the glove, I love how Laura immediately noticed that. And she was looking at him all side eye and stuff like that, all suspicious and shit. I love how she noticed it. And then how he was tightening up on the rope and stuff, and she was like, "You're cutting off the circulation to yourself." You could tell Laura was becoming very uneasy around him, very uncomfortable. You could tell. Because the more she talked about Ferncliff and mental health, the more Ryan got riled up. Thank God Scott got there when he did, though. Thank the Lord, because you're not going to put your hands on my queen, Laura. You ain't putting your hands on her. That's one thing you will not do. Um, Ryan, they were just giving him all type of information about what the PCPD now. But I think Ryan is definitely going to slip up because Ryan is a glory hound. That's one thing he is, and that's how Ryan slips up. He wants to take credit for all of these murders. You know what I'm saying? Because he loves the attention. The buzz that his name is getting and stuff like that. He loves it. So I think the attention seeking is going to be his downfall. I definitely think it will. Because that happens with most serial killers. When they kill, they love the attention. They don't want nobody else getting the attention. You know what I'm saying? They don't want a copycat or anybody getting glory off of their work. Or even the police to suggest that there's a copycat. That would piss a serial killer off because they want people to know it's them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they don't want to get caught either. So they have to be discreet. Ryan is definitely not going to be discreet. He's been getting by so far. But that luck gonna run out real soon. And we all know it. Trust me. But he did bring up a good point. I mean, the Zodiac Killer, they still haven't caught him. You know what's funny? I watched that movie so many times. I don't know if any of you ever seen it, the Zodiac movie with the Zodiac Killer. I think it came out in 2007. I've watched that movie so many times, and it's creepy how they never caught that guy. And after that movie, I always wondered, because we don't know who the Zodiac Killer is. I'm like, for all we know, we could be working with the Zodiac Killer. Wherever your job is, whether you're in retail, you could be seeing this guy and you wouldn't even know it. We don't know who the dude is. We don't know where he is. He could be in anybody's state, anybody's city. We don't know. He could be a relative of yours. You wouldn't know. It was scary after I watched that movie to think about that. That was real scary. That's the problem with having serial killers that nobody know nothing about. Like, you don't know anything about them, no fingerprints, no nothing, because you don't know where they could be. So yeah, Ryan, he going down soon. I have to say Ryan is probably gonna get caught by February, because sweeps is coming up, so more than likely that's when he's gonna get figured out. But Laura was definitely, it was an eye opener for her today. Her watching Ryan with that string, it was an eye opener for her. I think she sent something. I could tell how uncomfortable she was. I'm glad that her and Scott, are still friends, and they're going off to talk about Gail because he just told her that Gail died. So, it's good that she's there to comfort him and stuff like that. I love Scott. Scott is the ultimate asshole. Like, he really is. Scott is a prick. Like, the way he just be talking to people, and I just love it. Like, his banter back and forth with Ryan is hilarious. Um, so moving on from that, Drew. I understand why Drew is a little upset that Julian picked now to break up with Kim, but for him to be in Julian's face, calling him selfish and calling him a SOB and all that, I think it's a little ridiculous. And Drew tried to downplay that kiss that him and Kim had. He really tried to downplay it. He said, "So you broke up with Kim over a little kiss." Fool, I seen that kiss. That kiss was not little, first of all. Y'all were kissing for a few minutes. A little kiss would be a 5-second kiss on the cheek. That's a little kiss. She kissed this man, her baby father, on the mouth for minutes. Not seconds, minutes. It was minutes. And they were kissing on the mouth. First of all, when you're in a relationship, it's highly inappropriate to be kissing another man or even another woman or anybody on the mouth for an extended period of time unless, it's inappropriate. And the mere fact that that's her baby father and you're kissing him on the mouth, it was totally grounds for a breakup. I don't feel bad for Kim in that regard. I think Julian did the right thing. I think Julian did probably what most people would have done in that situation. And this is not the first time Julian has caught a glimpse of their closeness. Because you remember when Kim and Drew was all booed up on the couch and stuff, and Julian got off the elevator and he saw them all cuddled up on the couch. In my opinion, that was inappropriate. That was inappropriate. I understand that, this Oscar situation has bonded them. And I get that. And I'm pretty sure Julian knew that this situation was going to bond them, but he didn't think it was going to bond them in that way. So in my opinion, Julian had every right to break up with her. Because notice that the next day, after her and Drew had shared that kiss, she was smiling and, she did not regret it. She didn't regret that kiss, not one bit. And mind you, Drew had to keep pushing her to call Julian or go see Julian. She didn't even think about Julian. He had to, come on, your ex or your baby daddy got to tell you to go see your boyfriend or tell you to call him and you didn't want to? Why should he have to tell you to do that? And then it's so funny how Kim tried to turn that shit around on Julian and call him a coward. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know what? I love how Julian, the whole time Drew was berating him, Julian gave no fuck. He was snarky. He was sarcastic. He didn't care. He didn't care. And you know what? Julian shouldn't care. He did nothing wrong. He has supported that woman. He hired a staff to grocery shop for that woman. He hired a crew to clean up her apartment. What more could you ask for? He's not only been there for you emotionally, but he's made sure things in your household was taken care of. You know what I'm saying? What more could you ask for? So I don't blame Julian for breaking up with her. I don't blame it. I would have done the same thing. It just pisses me off how they turn it around, try to make Julian look like the bad guy for doing what most people would have done. Come on now. Seriously. That was trash. But anyway. Alexis was not here for the shit with Julian today. She was like, first of all, why you sitting here lying to Drew, telling about something you slept with somebody else when you know damn well you didn't. She was pissed when she was hoping he didn't try to tell them that she was the one he slept with. But he told her, he was like, no, I didn't tell them that. But, I didn't deny it when they implied it. She was looking at him like, you should have fucking denied it. That's how Alexis was looking at Julian. Don't be putting me in the middle of your bullshit. Alexis is not here for the drama. She was like, do not put me in the middle of your shit. No. I love their relationship, though. Even broken up and stuff, they're still funny together. So anyway, Terry had the results for Oscar's test from the drug trial, the experimental trial. So basically, the tumor did not go down. So it didn't work at all. It was ineffective. And I know, I read on the message board a minute ago that people were saying, well, everybody was complaining that he should have got the drug trial and it still didn't work. Because we all knew it was a long shot for it to work. But at the same time, why not try it? You have an inoperable brain tumor. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't you want to try anything that's at your disposal to live? I'm just saying. I would. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have done anything. Even if it didn't work, it was worth a shot. You know what I'm saying? And it was definitely worth the shot. And that's the attitude Drew had about it. He was like, it was basically worth the try. It didn't work. And they're sad that it didn't work, but that was, one of the conditions of them doing it was that there's a chance that it might not work. And it didn't. I felt bad for them because let me tell you something. No parent should have to bury a child. They still don't have a timetable of when he's supposed to die. They just know that they have more time. They don't know how much more time. I am glad that Drew was there because Kim basically wanted to do what she always do, keep secrets. She didn't want to tell Oscar yet. Talking about, oh, he's been having a good day today. He's eating, he's smiling. Let's wait till tomorrow. No, no, that's how you got in this mess before because you waited too long. Nope, you need to tell him today. And that's what Drew was trying to tell her because a day turns into a week turns into a month turns into never. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we got in this situation before where Oscar found out that you knew about it for 2 years and you never told him. That's how he got in this situation. That's how he ended up suing your ass. You know what I mean? Like, stop being dumb and just tell him. And I'm glad that they were there to tell him. He had a right to know immediately. I feel bad though because no parent should have to go through that. That's a tough situation to go through. Um, Honestly, I was hoping they wasn't going to kill Oscar. I was hoping not because he is a part of the Quartermain family, and I'm tired of seeing Quartermains drop like flies. Speaking of, where the hell is Alice, the housekeeper, the Quartermain housekeeper? I miss Alice. I haven't seen Alice in God knows how long. I think it's been 2 years since we seen Alice. I miss her. I don't think we seen her on Thanksgiving. I miss Alice, little Alice Gunderson. I miss her. That was my boo. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, and I will see y'all all later. Have a wonderful day. Peace.